Good morning, class. At least somebody on the front row say good morning.
Good morning.
You brought your baby to class?
Yeah.
I hear your baby. All right, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Professor Jarvis. I don't cut grass. I just teach the class. But look, check this out. Today, what I want to talk about is I want to talk about finding the total square foot so we can know how much mulch, pine straw, rock, or whatever to install. And by doing that, we need to know the square footage. Get your notebooks. If you done seen me in the brown shirt and these glasses, you need to respect me as Professor Jarvis. Come to me and call me Professor Jarvis. Don't call me Kingdom Lawn Care. Call me Professor Jarvis. If I got my professor shirt on and these glasses, Professor Jarvis, you ought to already, when you see it, you ought to already have your notebooks ready. Get your notebooks out, because if you're new, if you've been in this, you can watch the video. I appreciate it. But don't get in the comments talking about some, man, we already know that. This how, man, listen, this is how Kingdom Lawn Care do it, and that's how we gonna teach it. All right, get your notebooks ready. Square footage. So we all go to properties and the beds be shaped funny. Be like, man, well, I don't know how to, really measure that. I loved math when I was in school. I did. I love math. I always have. But I heard people always saying, man, we ain't gonna never use that again. In a lot of careers, you don't need this math. But when you're doing landscaping, you do need it, because you don't want to just try to guesstimate how much mulch you're gonna need, and then you overcharge the people by 2 yards of mulch. Then you got to take it home and find somebody to give it to, trying to sell it, and you basically just cheating people when you just guesstimating it and just doing it like that. And if then you don't want to come up short and have to go right back to the nursery and get some more again. So today we're gonna show y'all how to find the square footage of those irregular shaped beds. Those are called, this is an irregular shape. It's not a square, not a circle, not an octagon, not a hectagon. That's an irregular shape. This is an irregular shape. I'm gonna show y'all how I measure it out, and I always come up perfect. I did a mulch job a while back, a couple weeks ago. I did a mulch job, and I came out so good that I literally only had like 4 pitchforks full of mulch extra. And I just took them 4 extra pitchforks full and, just threw it out. So it was perfect. But anyway, this is how we do it. Here we go. We go to this bed, and this bed going that way, going that way, going that way. What you do, you cut this bed off and try to make perfect squares or rectangles out of these beds. So that's what I always do. I cut it here, and then I come down and I cut it here. So then when I go to measure this bed, don't worry about them little corners. Don't worry about that. You wanna cut those beds just like that. Then you want to measure it out. You need a rolling wheel. You can use a measuring tape. When I first started out, I'm just keeping it real with y'all. That's what I used. I used a measuring tape. I get a measuring tape. Hopefully I had somebody with me. One time I even had the customer hold a measuring tape for me, and I was measuring the beds out. But you measure these beds out, you go from this corner to this corner of that bed, and they give you 6 feet. Then you go there, it's 18. From that way, it's 18 feet. Okay, then that way is 4 feet. Then this way, 16 feet. Then you go to this one, 4 feet by 14 feet. Okay, so we're gonna do the exact same thing over here. We're gonna make us some good shapes on these beds. We're gonna make us some good shapes. Remember, it's always better to have too much mulch than not enough. Too much rock than not enough. Too much food than not enough. Don't nobody want to go to no party and then y'all cook some barbecue and it ain't enough chicken. You got 15 people want some chicken, but you ain't got enough for number 12. Somebody gonna be mad you ain't got enough barbecue chicken. So it's always better to have too much than not enough. So then you do the same exact method. Come down right here and you get 8 feet by 20 feet, 30 feet by 10 feet, 10 feet by 18 feet going across. You just doing the exact same thing. You making perfect squares and you measuring it out. Okay. Then you get your 18 by 6 and you multiply 18 times 6, give you 108. Then you get your 16 by 4, 16 times 4 will give you 64 feet. All right, y'all follow me now. 16 times 4 will give you the 64. Then your 14 times 4 will give you 56. Then your 20 by 8 give you 160. Then your 30 by 10 give you 300. And your 10 by 18 will give you 180. All right, so you find out the total. That's how you find out the total square foot. Length times width. You write that down. Length times width. Always. If it's 4 feet by 2 feet, you multiply that and it give you 8 square feet. All right, that's all you do. You multiply the length times the width or whatever. That's all you gotta do, and that give you the square feet. So all we basically doing is multiplying the length times the width. It look like height, but we gonna be doing it on the ground. So it ain't no height when you measuring beds. Height is what's going up. Beds don't go up. So we just basically doing length times width, and then we coming up with a total. So the total. But the square foot on both of these beds, the total square foot is 868 square feet. All right, total square feet, 868 square feet. Now, your next step, and this is something that I had to look into and learn, because I didn't learn this part in high school. I ain't learned this in school. I had to get out there, and do some studying, some research, asking the people at the nursery, trying to figure out how much square footage do mulch cover? How much square footage do pine straw cover? How much square footage do river rock, limestone? How much square footage do that stuff cover? And that's why I encourage y'all to have a notebook, because in that notebook, you need to have this stuff wrote down. If you're new and you not to a point where you memorize that stuff, you need to write it down. It took me like a year and a half before I memorized it. I had to continue to go to job, continue going to nursery buying this stuff before I remembered how much square footage 1 yard of mulch is gonna cover. All right, that's not something that you're gonna learn in a classroom, except in Professor Jarvis' classroom. Note that. All right. So mulch covers between 120 to 140 square feet. What determines the difference of coverage? The thickness that you put that mulch on, depending on how thick. Now, who this is calling me while I'm in class? Probably, my business phone. Hold on, y'all. Yep, that ain't nobody. You interrupted my class. Don't call back. All right, check this out. Miss Davis, you in my classroom and you watching videos on Facebook.
I ain't on Facebook, I'm on Instagram.
Instagram. Miss Davis, look at me. I want you to tell me how much total square footage did we cover in those beds. Don't look up on the board, look at me. You need to pay attention to my class. All right?
2.
Pay attention to my class. All right. So back to what we were saying. Mulch, depending on how thick you're gonna put that mulch down on the serious note. Because I really wanna help y'all, and I want y'all going out there doing this stuff properly. Depending on how much mulch you're gonna put down is depending on the thickness that you're gonna lay that mulch. If you going on top of if it already got some mulch that's in the bed already is broke down, it's the same color, it's just a little ashy black now. And you just need to put a little bit more on top. You know, it's not real bad with weeds. You just freshen it up. You could put it thin, and you may be able to get 140 square foot. But I always measure mine at 120 or 125. My pine straw. Don't ask me about bales. I never ever in my life threw bales. I've thrown thousands of rolls of pine straw, but I never threw bales, so I don't know how much a bale of pine straw. I think it's 3 bales to 1 roll, so that'll be like 33 square foot that a bale will cover. But we not doing that. We are doing rolls of pine straw. And a good roll of pine straw. Now, I've ran across some trash pine straw that only covers half the area, but the quality pine straw that I get, it covers 100 square feet of area is what a roll of pine straw covers. River rock. I throw river rock. That's what I put down. I don't put down limestone. I really don't sell the lava rock or the white rock. I never installed it because I always tell people, man, look, by the time I give them the price on that white rock that they be wanting, they don't want to go with it. I show them, pictures of the river rock, and they end up wanting to go with the river rock. But anyway, river rock, and this is different because yes, it ranges from my experience, it ranges from 80 to 120 square foot, which a yard will cover between 80 square feet and 120 square feet. Now, yes, depending on how thick you want to go, makes the difference, but that's not why I put that range. The reason I put that range from 80 to 120 is because the bigger rock you get, the bigger, like if you get big river rock, it's gonna have gaps in it and you can still see through it. I don't like to be able to see through it. So therefore, I need to put it on thicker. I need more. So I go with 80 square feet when I'm putting down river rock. 80 square feet, that's how much I'm putting a yard on. I'm putting a yard of river rock on 80 square feet. Now, if you get pea gravel, it look like river rock, but it's real small. And it's basically real tiny river rock. So pea gravel. Hey buddy, I'm teaching class over here. You can't try to take over now. You listen to Gracie Corner now. Gracie Corner playing. But don't take over my class. He just looking at me. But anyway, pea gravel will go a little bit further, and you can get 120 square feet with that yard. But anyway, to go ahead and finish this up, mulch. I got it all broke down here the way that I do mine. Mulch, 800. Remember now, the total area is 868 square feet for both of these. For both beds, it's 868 square feet. Now 800 for the mulch. Do you see that M? That's mulch. For the mulch, 868 divided by 120 gives you 7.2 yards. 7.2 yards of mulch is what you'll need. Now, when I'm to a point where I need 7.2 yards, I don't quite need 8, but I don't quite need 7. What do? I sure enough ain't gonna go round it down to 7 yards. That's a no. And I will go ahead and remember what I said about the barbecue chicken. I go ahead and have a little bit too much, so I go up to 8 because you them folk gonna laugh at you if you go to the nursery and say, hey, I need 7.25 yards of mulch. They might give it to you, but they don't sell it like that. When you buying this stuff bulk, they don't sell it like that. And matter of fact, bagged mulch. If you're doing bag, I do bulk mulch only. If it's something real small, I get 20 bags or so sometimes. But I do bulk mulch. But if you get bag mulch, 13 and a half bags is 1 square yard, one yard of mulch. 1 yard of mulch is 13 and a half bags. I think it's 2 cubic cubic square feet. 2 cubic square feet. 2 cubic feet. 2 cubic feet in a bag. And you need 30. It's 27. Let me write this down because it might be good for y'all. It's 27 cubic feet in 1 yard. 27 cubic feet in 1 yard of mulch. All right, in 1 yard, period. 1 yard is 27 cubic feet. All right. Y'all, I'm teaching that class for real now. I ain't have to study this before I came and did it. This is experience, I'm telling you. From keep on getting out here doing it, that's what do it. So mulch, 800, if you got 868 square feet, you divide that by 120, which is what 1 yard gonna cover. 120 square feet per yard. And it's gonna give you 7.2 yards of mulch. And we're gonna round it up to 8. Buddy, stop. Devin, can you please get Bud out the class? He messing with my camera.
Come on, Jar. I really gotta change him.
Come get him real quick. Y'all hold on a second. My baby boy all on the camera. All right. I'm sorry. This video is a little bit discombobulated. Is the camera still focusing where it's supposed to be? Yeah, we still good. Good night, y'all got a glare. Close them back blinds back there for me, damn it. It's glaring up bad. I got my class trying to write stuff down. I got a glare on the window the whole time, on the board the whole time. But anyway, shoot, Jared, you messed me up. Made me forget where I was. Okay, pine straw. To get the pine straw, you do the same thing. 868 total square feet on the beds, divided by 100 square feet for each. That's what each one is gonna cover, which will give you 9 yards. Hold on, let me do this. So I'm gonna need 8 yards of mulch. 8 yards of mulch. That's how much we gonna go and tell them we need for this project. Now the pine straw is a whole lot cheaper. You only gonna need I don't know why I wrote yards down there. Need rows. 9 rows. Now what I do on pine straw sometimes, I add a little bit extra so you can go. You can even, if it's 8.6, you can even go 10 rows. Now on the river rock, we came over 8.6. We're gonna do 9 yards. It's the same process every single time you do, no matter if you're doing mulch, rock, pine straw, whatever it is that y'all throw. This is how, we find how much we need. Now the pricing is dependent on you. So if you charge, please don't be charging no $75 for a yard of mulch to buy it and install it. Don't do that. Don't do that, because see, you the reason. The one that's charging $75. Listen, if you just need it and you just trying to win that job, charge $100, man. Come on up a little bit. But you the reason I charge people when I gotta go out and give a landscaping quote. Because see, they want you to come out there and quote that job for free. So I charge a consultant fee. If I got to go out there and consult with you and talk to you about it, and I don't charge nothing but $60, maybe $100, depending on how big the job is. $60 or $100 is what I charge to go out there and quote a job and then write up a proposal and send it over to them. So you just take your price, however much per yard. If you charge, I charge $125 is my bottom dollar. If it's 3 or more yards, I charge $125. 3 and below, if it's just 1 yard of mulch, they on like $250. I need like $250 to install 1 yard of mulch if it's just 1 yard. But if it's 8 yards of mulch, I'm at 125. So all you'll do is take that 125 times 8, and whatever that is, 40, 16, 20. So that's $1,000 just mulch. That's not talking about cleaning the bed. That's not talking about putting no fabric and pins. That's $1,000 for 8 yards of mulch, where I would be, installing 8 yards of mulch. So that's how you do it. And then pine straw, but you find your formulas and find out how much you want to charge, how much you want to make, and you write all that stuff in. And then, man, that's how you find your square footage. That's how you price these jobs for mulch and pine straw. Don't go out there just winging it and just buying what you think gonna work. Use this formula. Tell me if y'all like the video. Subscribe, drop it in the comments. What else do y'all need to know? I'm not saying I know everything. I'm still learning a whole lot, especially on the plant side. I'm learning on the plant side now. So I don't know everything, but I am, trying to learn. And what I do know and the stuff that I struggle with, I want to try to help y'all with it. But anyway, man, thank y'all for watching the video. Make sure y'all leave it a like. Make sure you subscribe, man, if you're not. Kingdom Lawn Care, man. We out of here.